All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Let's go through these games real quick, and then we'll answer some questions and get out of here. Draftkings shocking everyone with a 2-game late slate. Love to see it. I'm not going to complain. Uh, First game of the day, Chicago, Indiana. This game should be fun. I think it may get steamed, and there might be a little bit more ownership than people are leading on. Angel Reese, 10.8K. I'm a big fan of hers today. I think it's a great spot for her. People just crush Indiana down low. Usage has been up. We just have to hope she makes her layups, but rebounding machine. I think she's going to be motivated to play well today. One of my favorite spin ups on the slate. Mabry, 9,300. Fantastic tournament play. Has not been playing well of late, but obviously big upside if she shoots the ball well. Last time out against Indiana, 6 of 16, 30 fantasy points. Someone that has mid 40 fantasy point upside for sure. Carter, going way overlooked. I would expect her to come in really low owned. Absolutely nuked against Indiana last time out. 30 minutes, 33 fantasy points. No issues with her as a contrarian spend up. She's going to be motivated to go up against Clark. Camila Cardosa, one of the best value bigs. I'm expecting her to play around 30 minutes. This 24 minutes was really trolly. Going up against her former teammate, Aaliyah Boston, should be a fun little battle. I love the price tag on her. She should play close to 30 minutes, assuming no shenanigans. Dana Evans is fine, 7,100, kind of indifferent on her. No interest in Diamond DeShields, just gross. Izzy Harrison, one of the better value plays in my opinion. If she gets extended into these high teens minutes, she can easily pay off 5,400. Good score, good rebounder. It just depends if she gets extended. If she doesn't, it could get a little dicey on her hitting value. Don't mind Lindsay Allen as another value play. She's playing high teens minutes. It's gross to click her, but she's been pretty good of late, so maybe not as gross as it has been. I'm not playing Wnba, definitely not playing Bree Turner or Kiersey, but on the Indiana side, Aaliyah Boston, highest price play on this team. I didn't think I would ever utter those words again after Clark got drafted here, but 12 of 21, they fed her the ball, 34 minutes. She might be back. We'll see. We'll see how she plays today. It is a decent matchup. Obviously, this game against Chicago earlier, Cardosa was not fully healthy. She was on a minutes limit, and Ewell was still out there. I'm fine playing Boston as a contrarian spend up at 10K. Have no issues if you land on her. Caitlin Clark is someone I am extremely high on. I'm expecting her to be pretty popular. She didn't forget what Kennedy Carter did to her. She's going to come out and be very aggressive. One of these slates, she's just going to pop for this 30 real life points and going to go for 50. And if you don't have her, you're just dead. So it's coming. Melissa Smith, 8,500. Who knows? Is she going to play 35 minutes like she did earlier against Chicago and absolutely smashed 40 fantasy points? Or is she going to play 19 or 17 minutes and kill you at that price point? It's a pure tournament play. It's a good one at that, because if she plays well and actually plays defense, it's a great matchup. So love her for tournaments. Really hard to trust, though. Kelsey Mitchell, 8,200, really hard to get to. Pure scoring dependent, tournament play only. Christy Wallace is fine for value. Price is fair for her minutes that she's getting. If you think Melissa Smith gets benched, you can go to Katie Lou, 5,100. Don't mind her at that price point. If you think Smith plays low to mid 30s minutes, Katie Lou is completely out of play. Wheeler going to play mid-teens minutes off the bench. Nah, she's fine if you land on her for value. Lexi Hull has been getting the number 8 spot, the third girl off the bench. If you think that continues, you can play her. She's playing 10-ish minutes in close games. Grace hasn't been playing, so can't recommend her, even though she could play today. Who the hell knows what Chrissy Sides is going to do. Celeste Taylor and Saxton, no interest. Seattle at Phoenix on the Seattle side. Really just the big four that you want to focus on here. Good matchup. Game should be really competitive. It's in Phoenix. I love Lloyd for tournaments. Ezzy always in play with her stock upside. NECA super consistent. And then SDS, the revenge narrative. I don't buy into it most of the time, but with SDS, I do. She is Queen Petty, and the way they treated her was absolute crap. So she will have a chip on her shoulder when she doesn't already. Love the price tag on her. Don't mind Horston, Whitcomb, and Vivian's for value. They're all going to play 15-ish minutes, and the one that plays the best might get extended into the low 20s. So one of these three will have a good game for sure. Russell, just not for me. If you land on her, cool in large field. No interest in really anyone else down here. On the Phoenix side, BG's played really well since coming back. I like the spot for her. We just saw Big T absolutely nuke against Seattle. Ezzy's a great defender, but she is undersized. She was undersized against Big T. She's undersized against BG. Love her. The price has went up a lot, but I still think you can pay it. And I don't think she's going to be just uber chalk like the projections that I'm seeing. Clea Copper, perfect tournament play. Big usage, big ceiling, lower floor. So makes her a solid tournament play. Natasha Cloud, price is a bit steep, just not shooting the ball very much. So really hard to trust her to hit her ceiling. But if she does shoot the ball well and she scores in double figures, she can pop for a big game. DT, pure tournament play. We know what you're getting out of her. She's completely scoring dependent at this point in her career. Sophie Cunningham, 6,700 is a bit steep for someone that's only playing 20 off the bench, but she can pay that price tag off. It's just going to be tight. No interest in Mac. Allen is fine. She's going to play mid-20s minutes. Pretty low usage, though, and not a very good fantasy point per minute. Sug Sutton is fine if you think she continues to shoot 4 or 5. If she's going to have a good fantasy game, she has to shoot the ball well. She's going to play mid-teens minutes. She'll get you some peripheral stats, but her fantasy day relies on scoring. And for the most part, she does not score very well. Anytime you see her with a decent fantasy game, it's because she scored the ball fairly well in her minutes. No interest in Dixon, Osborne, or Harrigan. Last game of the day, I think this is a sneaky spot. I'm really high on this game. I think the total is just drastically low. The Sparks can't defend anyone, especially on the perimeter. Atlanta can't defend anyone. I love Wnba at the top. Just uber consistent, going to play high 30s minutes, maybe even play the whole game. Brink's price has come down. She's a great tournament play. Can she stay out of foul trouble, though? Who knows? Ari McDonald, Lexi Brown, both fine plays. Both playing mid-20s minutes. Going to pitch in a little bit of everything when they're out there. Rukia Jackson, absolute nuke game last time out. If you think that continues, you can play her. I can't pay $6,900 for her when her floor is legitimately 4 fantasy points. Uru, $5,600. If you think Brink gets in foul trouble, you can go to her. Price is steep, though. Clarendon, no interest. Nurse, no interest. Burrell, if you think she gets a second rotation, is fine for value. Talbot is fine for value if you think she gets a second rotation. On the Atlanta side, Ryan Howard, under 10K. Sign me up. I'm in. The matchup could not get any better. Love Ryan Howard today. Tina Charles, matchup looks great. Price is great. Will she act like she cares and plays well? We'll see. Love her for tournaments. Alicia Gray, good spot for tournaments. Pretty scoring dependent, though. Cheyenne Parker, I'm not expecting her to have her best game of the season again coming off the bench. But if she starts, like she might, they pulled this crap last year where one random game on a weeknight, they started Nia Coffey over Cheyenne Parker. I'll never forget it. So it would not shock me if Parker is back in the starting lineup today, but I think they played better with Coffee starting and Parker coming off the bench. I just don't think Parker and Charles play well together with both of them on the floor at the same time. So keep that in mind. Powers is fine at her price. You know what you're getting out of her. She's going to have pretty high usage when she's on the floor. Mentioned Coffee. Love her if she starts. Best value on the slate. If she does not start, she is completely out of play. 5K is way too much for Nia Coffee if she's not starting. You can take shots on Haley Jones if you think last game wasn't an anomaly. She played 33 minutes. Okay. I think that's an anomaly, but whatever. Naz Hillman, fine at 4,400. Dangerfield is only playable if she's going to play high teens, maybe push for 20 minutes. No interest in really anyone else here. Let's look over here and see what all questions we got here. All right. Let's get this going. Let's get this money. On FanDuel, thoughts on playing Harrison, Reese, Cardoso together. I don't know if I would play all three. I don't hate it, but I don't know if I would play all three together. I think you can play two, but I think three might be pushing it. Is Coffee starting again? I expect her to, just with how the floor spacing worked, but with the dream, you never know. It wouldn't shock me if Cheyenne Parker's back in the starting lineup. Lloyd Gray or SDS Griner for GPPs? SDS Griner. I'm really high on that twosome there. I think that's a great spot for both. Flag plant, Angel Reese. I don't have as much as I want of Angel Reese, but I love the spot for her. I don't think she's out for revenge like against Caitlin Clark, but I'm sure she's motivated to pop. SDS Hillman, Smith Vivians. Oh, Vivians is definitely safer than Hillman, but really just depends on your risk tolerance. Like if you think Melissa Smith is playing 30 plus minutes, it's Smith and Vivians. If you think she's not going to want to play defense and only plays 20 or 22, then I would probably go SDS Hillman. Carter starting for the Sky. No way. What the hell? What is the starting line? Hold on, I got to look at this. Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to have to change some lineups because Kennedy Carter's the nuts. Top values under 5K. Let's see here. Under 5K. Oh, pulled up the wrong thing. Lindsey Allen, now that she's starting. I mean, Lindsey Allen, Whitcomb, Vivians, Sutton, if you think she scores well. But Lindsey Allen definitely stands out now as a great value play. Allen Smith or SDS Hillman. Allen Smith now with Lindsey Allen starting. Favorite spend up on FanDuel. Let's look at FanDuel here. Oh, I had it up here. Probably. Well, it's not loading. Probably Clark. I don't even think you have to really spend up. Like Clark, Ryan Howard, Big T, or BG. I don't think you have to go all the way to the tippy top. You think it's okay to play Lexi and McDonald in the same lineup? I think it's fine. Now with the news of Kennedy Carter and Lindsey Allen starting, the mid-range guards like for the Sparks and Seattle's bench guards look a little worse, but I have no issues. Lexi McDonald, I like that game a lot. She might Carter starting if she's going to play 30 minutes now and is north of a fantasy point per minute play. That she could go nuclear. All right, now I gotta change some lineups. So I'll hang out here for a few minutes, see if we get any more questions, and then I'm going to get off here and mess with some lines now that everything is thrown out of whack. Crazy, crazy. Yep, you can absolutely play Allen and Carter together. I have no issues with that. That first game looks a whole lot better now. Like I love Carter. It's starting at 8,100. I think Allen, arguably the best value on the slate now. If you don't want to risk it with Coffee, maybe not starting if Atlanta trolls. So yeah, there's a lot to like in that first game now. Thoughts on Lloyd? Absolutely love her for tournaments. The matchup is good. Just got to decide. Like I like Clark and Ryan over. Like Clark and Howard are my two favorite guards on the slate, and Kennedy Carter's probably right behind them. Rakia has the last piece in. She's okay. Just a really, really low floor. Like the last game, like she's not going to get 10 rebounds like 3 times this year. And I think that was her ultra mega ceiling game, and pricing her up to what they did, I'm not crazy about it. Pivoting from SDS to Griner, I'm fine with that. Like I think both are in good spots, so I have no issues with that. But let's see here. Does the Chicago Guards lower Clark's ownership? It could. I don't think it will lower it that much. I think people are just going to maybe like some people may play Allen and Coffee and then just get all the studs. But I don't think it'll lower it very much. I think people are going to be on Clark because she's under 10K. So I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to get off here and edit some lineups because crazy stuff going on. Obviously, every time that's twice this week that we've had crazy new starters during the live stream. So good luck to everybody. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And I won't be live tomorrow before lock with it just being a showdown. So I'll have the YouTube video out later on today for the showdown tomorrow. And then we'll be back live before lock on Tuesday. But good luck to everybody.